Being financially independent isn't just covering your basic necessities, but also being able to save and protect your money against inflation and wasteful spending, eventually leading to you having enough money. Welcome. In this video, we will cover on tips and how you can become financially independent and stop struggling. So earning money is definitely easier than saving money for yourself. Many people constantly try to figure out how they can save money and spend less on petty things that have no long-term gain. But being financially independent isn't just about covering your basic necessity, but also being able to save and protect your money against inflation and wasteful spending, eventually leading you to having enough. So let us talk about inflation and what inflation means. Currently, our inflation as of last month is at 8.3% here in Kenya. So what exactly does inflation mean? The definition of inflation is this. Inflation is defined as an increase in the general level of prices for goods and services in a country over a specific period of time, usually 1 year. The general level of prices is measured using Consumer Price Index. Therefore, the rate of change of CPI is the rate of inflation rate. When inflation occurs, it leads to loss of value of the shilling. That is the same amount of money you will no longer buy the same quantity of goods and services over the time. The value of the shilling is measured in terms of its purchasing power, the real or tangible goods that the shilling can buy at that particular time. So, it should be able to help you to sustain even when income reduces, and if you are able to do that without any trouble, you have succeeded. But if not, you need to start now. So if you don't have enough money to protect you during times of inflation, then you need to look at these tips that will help you protect your savings against inflation. Tip number 1. Track your spending. It's important to start learning how your money is being used, how your money is coming in and where your money is going out. It might be hard to keep your daily purchases in your head or in a piece of paper. So it does not hurt to have a tracker. So you need to track your expenses. Come up with a realistic budget. The next tip is that you need to create a budget. Doing so helps you cut back on spending. The third tip is create an emergency fund. Creating an emergency fund helps you deal with unforeseen circumstances without borrowing money with interest or selling your things to get out of an urgent situation. The next tip is pay your bills on time. Paying your bills on time is an easy way to manage your spending and avoiding fees. The other tip is get rid of unnecessary recurring charges. If you have signed up for a free trial, or you might have forgotten that it's a free trial, you might incur charges. And subscribe to any recurring charges that are of not interest. The other tip is pay cash for expenses. Cash is the best way to save instead of taking things on loan, because loans help you with major life expenses like a house and a car, but for other things like a TV or a fridge, you need to buy things on cash so that they save you on the monthly payments you would otherwise pay had you taken a loan. The other tip is use your credit cards wisely. Keep your credit card limit for tight situations and repurchases within the month and avoid additional charges. The other tip is protect your savings from inflation and other negative markets. Try to diversify them in different currencies. Try to also diversify in real estate. Look at your portfolio and make it more resilient. The other tip is start saving for retirement. So regardless your age, start saving for old age. The younger you are, the more you will get starting. Put a separate fund that ensures that you cannot access the funds for the purposes other than savings. The other tip is create an investment strategy. You need to choose wisely. There are many forms of investments. Some are more accessible while others are more complex. But even so, a small contribution to your investment is a potential additional income and it contributes to your financial independence. So let's say it again. These tips that have been mentioned in this video will help you create more independence on your personal financial system only, but if you adhere them daily. Being independent is not a hobby, it's a lifestyle. If you like this video, kindly put a like and share with your friends. Thank you.